Wargamer Online, the home of wargaming.
Hey everyone, out of focus, Phil and Liam. Welcome to Monday Musing, and you can tell my nerves are up because I've got a live draw to do. Things are flashing on the screen over there, which means something's probably going terribly wrong, but welcome everyone. Tonight we've got the live draw for the Airbrush workshop. This is the YouTube place. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who's joined in and entered the competition. We'll be doing the draw first thing, so that's good news. But I want to say now, before we go too far, Liam, do you want to say hello, by the way? Have you had a chance to say hello? Nice one,
Liam.
Let's have a quick look who's in the chat before we get too far. Patrick's in there. Hey Patrick, good to see you again, sir. And I know that you're in bed as well, so yeah, it's nice and relaxed. That's fine. In fact, I'm just gonna slow the pace down, and because I don't want to wake Patrick up as he's drifting off into Sleepy Town. Joel Davison's in there asking what time the draw is. The draw is more or less now. Coleman's in. Orc Boys is in. Cliff Leonard in, and Ralph sent me a picture, so I hope you all got that notification. Ralph, stop sending me pictures while we're trying to do a live stream. It's going to be one of those. Simon Key is in saying good evening all, and Judge Gudge. Judge Gudge, man. I've still only got one door. Patrick Metz, Liam, artificial intelligence. I'm not quite sure. What does that mean, Liam? Why are you artificial intelligence?
Just happened one day.
Just some help with a beard. By the way, it's okay to start liking now, says Coleman. Right, well, you like away all you want. Maybe what you should do is quickly dive over, open another window and dive over and enter a comment into the competition video. Well, I talk a little bit about the premium draw that's going to be happening on Wednesday. So, right, okay, for those of you who have entered the YouTube competition, everybody's messaging me now just to wind me up. For those of you who've entered the YouTube competition, there's one place going tonight. That's happening in the draw in the next 2 minutes. But there's still 2 more places to go on the workshop, and I'll be drawing those on Wednesday or Friday, but most likely Wednesday. All depends on work commitments at the moment. Pretty busy at work, so that's having an impact on when I can get a couple of videos out. So, if you aren't lucky tonight, and I sincerely hope you are lucky tonight, but if you aren't lucky tonight, there's still 2 more chances to go. So if you go along to wargameronline.com, check out the Airbrush workshop, which is in the giveaways section, and scroll down, and it will tell you how to enter. And basically, all you need is a premium membership, of which premium members can sign up here. Woo! Which is a handy link for you. And as you can see, all you got to do is stick in your details, select premium from the list, and decide whether you want to pay in PayPal, credit card. It's $2.99 a month. You know, as long as you've got a valid membership at that point I do the draw, then you are eligible for the competition. But also just to mention that in the giveaway section on the Airbrush workshop, there's actually a form that you need to go back to and just enter yourself in. Can't see the form? Well, that's because I'm not currently logged in. But as soon as you log in as a premium member, a simple form pops up here, and all you have to do is click enter, and you are entered into the premium draw. And like I said, there's 2 places going on that as well. There's even the possibility of a 3rd place as well, so it's definitely worth checking out. Also on Wednesday and or Friday, most likely Friday, I'm going to be announcing next month's giveaway. So there's going to be even more for YouTube and even more for our premium members. So next month is going to be a more global prize. In other words, it's going to be something I'm going to be posting to you. So that's going to be open to everybody, not just people who can make it over to the UK in time for the Airbrush workshop. So there you go, back to Liam and his wonderful artificial intelligence, as you've been flagged. Sorry Liam, I don't know why you've been called that, but
Boop.
You know what, if artificial intelligence has got a noise, I'm pretty much guessing that's what it is. A few people in the chat that's joined us. Joel Davidson saying hi, Felhate saying hi, Militades, Wargaming is saying hello everyone, and we've got Roa saying hey Roa, how you doing? And Felhate too. Old Boy says he didn't enter the competition as he wouldn't be able to attend. Well, don't worry, this month I'll be announcing the November draw, and the November draw will be available to anybody because I'll be posting goodness out to people, so it doesn't matter whether you're available on the day. Dr. Octopus has joined us as well. That's amazing. Right, I think while I'm just doing this, you're going to have to just give me a second because I'm just going to double check whether we've got any new entries. We've got 42 entries onto the Facebook, onto the YouTube comments. So 42 people, unique comments on the video. I'm going to do the draw now. Let's just get this done. Which means I've got to click some buttons. Liam, hold tight. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, all we've got to do is press this button, and that's it. One more click, and we'll know who's won the competition. So all I've got to do is click this button. Shall I click the button? Go on then. Oh, this is very stressful. And Michael Miller, who commented with awesome idea, is the YouTube winner. So there you go, Michael. You need to get in touch with me. You can either comment on this video, or you can go along to the Wargamer Online page and message me through the Facebook page or the community group, or you can contact me through the contact form on the website on wargameronline.com. So congratulations, Michael Miller. You know what? I was thinking about doing this. Let's just see if this works. For those of you who didn't get the place then, for those of you who didn't get into the place, I've got 10 beautiful little Wargamer Online dice, and I feel like I'm going to do a consolation prize for someone. So let's go back to that again. And Michael Miller, you need to contact me about a place on the Airbrush Workshop. Very glad to see you, but in the meantime, who's getting 10 WGO dice? One last little consolation prize. So Michael Hale, there you go, a really great prize. I'd like to do this. Well, I'm afraid, Michael, you're not going to be doing the Airbrush Workshop, but you are indeed going to be receiving 10 WGO dice if you can get your details to me. So there you go, that's it. Right, that's the draw over. Everybody can take a deep breath and relax now, including me, because drawing competitions is about the most stressful thing we can do when we're live. I absolutely hate doing it, so why I've put myself through all of this, I've no idea. We've got 2 wonderful winners there. If anybody can remember who the winners' names were, that would be really useful, because I moved on. So I've already forgotten. I'm going to have to rewind my own video and check it out. If one of the lovely admins can put in the comments who actually won the main prize and who also won the dice, that would be very nice. So and I think, you know what, for the next few weeks while we do these draws, I am going to do a consolation prize of 10 dice for every single one of the competitions. Why not? It'll be good fun, and at least everybody gets some. Everybody gets a second chance of some wonderness. My camera's gone out of focus, Liam. Is there anything you want to do about that?
Okay, can't really do that as an artificial intelligence, can I?
No, probably not. Right, I'm going to have to close down the Facebook group because it is buzzing me every 10 seconds, and I don't know whether you guys are hearing it as well, so I'm just going to turn that off because let's just stop all the buzzing coming through. Okay, well, that's it. That was exciting stuff. The draw is over. Like I say, we can relax. Congratulations to the winners. Oh, Joel Davidson says it's a fix. I'm really sorry, Joel. It can't be helped. It is a random thing. It's definitely not a fix, mate. I went through putting it all into that online YouTube random comment generator thing. So it's definitely not a fix, and it's a shame you didn't win, but there you go. So there you go. James Meek says hello from Oakhurst, California. Hello, James. Thank you for joining us from all the way over there as well. What a beautiful place of the world to live in. And Ralph is just kindly putting up the Airbrush Workshop winner is Michael Miller, and congratulations to, and I think it was Michael Hale who's won the 10 dice as well, isn't it? So there you go. For everybody who's come along to find out who the winner is, that's it for now. As I said, there are still 2 places on the workshop going to premium memberships. I've said at the start of the video how you go along and enter that competition. So you just go along to the wargameronline.com website, sign up for 1 month, $2.99, and you get entered into the chance to win 1 of 2 places on the workshop as well. So there you go. Can't be random. They're both called Michael. Right. Okay then. You know what? Right. I'm gonna hit one more winner. Yeah, I can find 10 more dice out. Right, here we go. I'm going to pick another one because these guys don't believe. If this comes up with a third Michael, I'm going to be in real trouble, aren't I? Here we go. One more dice winner. Why not? Why not? Just to prove that Michaels aren't winning everything tonight. Big Rich. I want to try an item 2. Thank you, Big Rich. So there you go, Big Rich. He's normally in the chat actually, and he's not popped along tonight. So Big Rich, he's also getting 10 dice. Where I'm going to find those dice from? Not 100% certain right now. I think I've got some spares, but there you go. There's proof. If proof was needed, that somebody other than the Michael can win a competition. Somebody else record Big Rich for me, will you? 10 more dice to you, Big Rich. I'm sure I can dig them out of my dice pot. So there you go. Come on then, Liam. What's been happening in the hobby world for you? Let's move on.
Just painting Beastmen. Painting Beastmen.
And so why are you painting Beastmen, Liam?
For the doubles tournament at the end of October, that we may or may not be showing up like last time.
I think we're definitely doing it.
Definitely.
But we lack the entrance into it. That's the problem. That's the only problem we've got. We haven't actually entered the tournament. But that doesn't mean it's not a possibility. We're definitely going. Come on, Liam. We just need to... I know that Jack's keen to play with you, so that's going to be... What are you again? Beastmen and Beast Claws?
So, 2 beasts.
Do you get... I can't remember the rule pack now. Do you get it? Is there an issue if you're mixing faction? I can't remember. No.
It was like last tournament, there was like Fire Slayers and Zinch like on the same doubles team, and I think that was one of the highest contenders in that tournament, wasn't it? It was like first or second or third.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Well, wasn't that that was the Warhammer community team, wasn't it? I think, weren't they? Those guys were from the Warhammer community. Right, I'm trying to find out when this event is, Liam, because I was going to bring it up on screen.
27th and the 28th of October, I believe.
Okay, let's see if we can find this stuff. 27th, 28th of October. So, new announcements for tickets for November entrance. Hold on a minute, what's going off here then? Are we November or October, did you say?
October.
Oh my goodness, it's this month. Are you serious? Right, there's somewhere on here we can find events. Maybe I should have actually, before going to this, actually found out.
I found it through tickets. I went to the very bottom and then it said tickets, and then it brought up different tickets.
I think I found it. Warhammer Age of Sigmar's double tournament, October 2018. So this is the doubles tournament. We've got the event package available. It's the 27th to the 28th of October. There are tickets still available, so I think it's safe to say I'm going to be buying those tickets tonight, in which case we are going to be there. So if you want to come along and say hello to us, and hang around with Liam and myself and Jack and whoever else shows up. I've not spoken to Rachel yet, but I might be even seeing if Rachel wants to team up with me again with her dreadful Seraphim army.
You mean Dreadsaurian army?
Dreadsaurian, exactly. It was a joke on the Dreadsaurian. But, you know, we could go there again, couldn't we? We had a great time, but I'll have to give her a call and find out whether she'd be up for that. But if not, there'll be a whole bunch of us there, hopefully. So if you want to come along and join us, Liam, model requirements, you got to have painted models, mate. Why are you even still talking to me? You need to be painting right now.
When I get into the zone, I can paint for hours and get a lot done. It's just getting there. I just get distracted by other models that I need to paint, and I still need to sculpt a few bits on my conversion for it, which some of you might have seen in the Beast of Chaos thing. I do need to post it in the Wargamer Online group chat, but see if that focuses. Hold
on, you putting something up on screen. Sorry, mate. Let me show it to the... Yep. Get your hand in front, see if you can force a focus. So what the monstrous nonsense is that?
This is a fusion of a Gorgon up top and then a Stonehorn for the bottom half to make a centre Gorgon, similar to the Centaurs, but obviously a lot more brutish.
It's beautiful. You know, there's one thing I do with that. You know, you've got that spine fur coming down that Centaur.
Yeah.
try and continue that onto the body of the bit below. But bring it round, we'll have some hobby session. That'll be cool on that. 'Cause you could also get that big boy underneath the airbrush as well. Right. Alt Boy says he's Spartacus. Russell Higgins is saying hello. Joel David says, has Liam been on Lukewarm AS channel? Lukewarm AS? Do you mean Luke's? I don't know. Do you mean Luke's APS? Maybe. I don't know. Liam, have you been on Luke APS channel? I wonder if it's something to do with the blonde. Is that something to do with the blonde hair? I don't know. Anyway. Alt Boys has already liked twice. Why is at Patrick Metzler not coming? Are you going to win everything? Patrick Rachel will come on Thursday before the weekend to Germany, and they'll be visiting Spiel, so I'll fly back on Saturday. Oh my goodness, so that's probably not going to work. Of course it won't, so I'm going to have to find somebody else. And Elster Nation is in saying howdy. Howdy, Elston. How are you, mate? I was trying to see if you were available for the show, actually, but didn't get a response from you, or I didn't check properly. I don't know. Elster Nation, anyway, if you want to join in, give me a shout. I can always bring you into the show. Not quite sure whether it would work and how random it would be at this stage, but we could always give it a go, couldn't we?
Give it a fling.
Okay. Right, what else have we got to talk about? So that's what's been on your hobby desk. What's been happening for me? Quite a lot over the weekend. It was a bit of a mental one, so I need to have a quick relax and have a think about what I was doing. I've filmed about 4 or 5 reviews this weekend. Some of them I can talk about, some of them I can't. So I was looking at the Liam, what's it called? I was looking at a bunch of terrain material stuff. I'm just getting up the old here we go, Gatehouse Gaming, that was it. So I was looking at Gatehouse Gaming terrain materials. So that review will be going up, hopefully, I think by the end of this week. I was also looking at those wonderful Atlantis miniatures, the dwarf units. I've done a quick kind of review of those. It's a bit more than an unboxing. I've kind of had a nice detailed look at each model because they're just so beautiful. It's amazing. Crikey, what else? My wonderful, incredible wife surprised me with something quite amazing on Sunday. She absolutely blew me away. She's bought me the AnyNet Photon 2 3D printer to faff around with. So, and I'm so excited about that, and yet the thing has literally only just come out of the box about 10 minutes ago because I had a manic weekend, and it was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I've got this amazing sort of photo. I want to do loads of stuff. Moggy's been doing some stunning work. If you haven't, check out Moggy's Miniatures. John Moggy has been doing some great stuff with that printer. I'm really excited about it because I want to do loads of little custom widgets. And although the wonderful people at WordForge have always offered, if you ever want anything printing, just come down and bring it down and we'll sort it out for you. I think it's just the, most of the time I want to do something like that, it's like 3 in the morning and you're like, oh, I really want to do this. And I don't really want to phone, Mark up and say, hey, dude, wake up, I want to 3D print something right now. Whereas now I can do it. So I'm really excited. The first thing I'm working on is the Forge Throne for my Fire Slayers. Oh, the name of the character. I knew I'd forget that as soon as I mentioned it.
Rune Father?
The Rune Smiter. So I'm doing this. In fact, I can probably reach. I'm doing this Rune Smiter conversion. And that's the start of the Forge Throne. And which is the kind of the chimneys. But I want to kind of build this whole forge in between with an anvil at the front. And put the Rune Smiter on this kind of, I'm calling it a Magmadroth Ancient. That's because they've taken all the wings off of the Lava Dragon. So it's a beautiful model. I'm really excited by it. But I wanted to kind of, sculpt all of that in 3D and print it out. And now I can kind of do the detail I wanted, which was like spare tools and equipment, all the forge working equipment and stuff like that. So I'm so excited. That's going to be my first major project, and I think I'll cover that as like a little video sequence, a video series over on the website. I think I'll actually do that as a premium series because it's going to be a slow burn project and one that's definitely going to be done to keep me all hobby happied up. So really excited that arrived on Sunday. Did a bunch of reviews. And as I was also, oh yeah, Liam, I actually got some models out. Not only did I manage to paint a unit of Wraith Guard in time for the battle report that we did on Tuesday, I played against Steve with his Blood Angels. So it was Blood Angels versus Eldar, Eldari, and that's Craft World as well, so none of that tomfoolery. You know, old school. It was a good game, actually. We played 1,500 points against each other, and it was a really good, fun game. We both made a really clumsy rule error mistake in the very last turn, but it made no difference to the game whatsoever. So I think, you know, because sometimes when you make a catastrophic mistake, you go, let's just not use it, because it's just not going to be worth the negative comments. But I think given it literally had no impact on the end of the game at all, you will see that edited and you'll see it up on premium definitely anyway, so check that one out. Anyway, I got the unit done, got the unit painted, very excited. Went straight into a second unit of Wraith Guard, Liam. I went into the Wraith axis.
Into another one?
Well, I painted them in 2 hours. From base coat to base coat to based, that's definitely got to be a web series, hasn't it? Base coat to based in 2 hours. So I was really excited by that, and I thought, you know, if I can do that, and they're tabletop standard, but I thought if I can do that unit in 2 hours, I can definitely get, you know, I can definitely get another unit done. And if I get the Ghost Axe dudes done, that's all variation of the Wraith Guard done for my Eldar army. And I picked up a copy of Wake the Dead, so I've got the new Spirit Seer model as well, and that also gave me 5 new models, 5 new Wraith Guard models to do some crazy conversions with, again leaning towards, you know, I want to create a kind of Morgan Ra axe and stuff like that, and, you know, do some crazy bits like that but for Wraith Guard. So super excited. Okay, I need to calm down a little bit. Right. Okay. Boy says evening, Paul. Joel Davis says yeah. Sorry, autocorrect. Joel Davis. Well, I don't know what you were autocorrecting. Don't worry about it. Coleman says Rune Father, no Rune Smiter, but thank you for attempting to keep up with me. And Coleman also says, I should have mentioned... Oh, sorry, he should have mentioned he's got some dwarf spares, hammers, spanners, etc. Well, Coleman, we shall have a chat after this show if you're still around and awake, sir, because that would be pretty cool. Right, you know what, Liam? We've managed to burn up 22 minutes of me ranting and raving there about 3D printer and stuff like that. In 22 minutes, we've given away a £70 worth of Airbrush workshop session. Two sets of 10 extremely exclusive WGO dice, because we only had about 200 of these made in total. So giving away 10% of our dice that we had made. Really gonna have to get some more made one day when we can scrape the pennies together, because they're beautiful dice, they're really nice. And rambled on about hobby, really. Do you want to talk about, dare you talk about your list for the tournament? Do you want to not give that away?
I would like to try and not give it away, because people know for me it's like the biggest thing I sent the point into a tournament. Like last year it was Glotkin, 40 Plague Bearers and a Herald. I've done something very uncharacteristic of me and actually thought strategically with Jack of what the hell I'm doing this year. Which is, if you know me, I'm just walk forward and die. There's no strategy.
The very idea of you and Jack doing anything strategically, yeah, just befuddles me, mate. I've never seen you behave strategically, and Jack only ever has one strategy, which is destroy the enemy as fast as possible. Which, given the game I had against his Daughters of Cain this weekend, it's an incredibly effective strategy. You know, he said to me at the start of this, he's like, I want to test this army out because I don't understand why nobody plays this army, you know, and it's the truth. You kind of look around for bat reports and stuff like that, you just don't see them at all. Oh man, they were like a whirlwind of plastic cement. They just melted my army in front of them. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I was playing Fire Slayers, who, you know, they're famous for being able to weather the storm. Not that storm. He was removing, you know, like 30 models in one turn and stuff like that out of a unit of 20, and it's just
craziness.
yeah, painful stuff, but really looking forward to him getting those painted as well, because that's his next army to be painted. We all know he ripped through the beast claws like crazy. Right, what else have we got going on? Should we have a look at what's going off over at the community?
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me, terrible cough there. Made to order. Yeah, we were talking about this just earlier. I really like the troll. Can't remember his name. The Chaos Troll dude. Do you know the name?
Frog, the Troll King.
It's just beautiful. So is he a Chaos Troll? Yes, he is a Chaos Troll. 'Cause he's got all sorts of weird little holes sticking in the side of him and stuff. And
mouths and weird chaotic symbols.
Yeah, absolute stunning model though. So that's on order for you, is it not, Liam?
Yeah, it's on order. I've been waiting to try and get this for ages. When Age of Sigmar first came out, I was like, I'm going to get him. And then they discontinued it. I was like, I'm not going to get him.
So, given you're working on Beastmen, why not? Why not the two Beastmen characters? We've got Kazrak, One Eye, and Morgur. Which are apparently from Total War. So were they characters in the Total War game? Were they? Oh,
they were characters that in the Total War game they're based obviously off of Warhammer Fantasy, but Morgur's a really old model, and in the Total War game they basically flushed out a lot more of his history and stuff, and started making Beastman Chaos Spawn, which now is in the Battle Tome, which
of course, yeah.
A lot of because I believe Morgur is the one that's hinted at in the Beastman Battle Tome to become the great chaotic thing, which the Beastmen try and worship.
Okay.
Utter chaos incarnate, which turn anything into a chaos spawn.
So that's the weird shamany dude that's stepping off the branch, yeah? Excuse me. Oh dear me. Definitely needed more coffee before we started the show. And then we've got Kazrak. One Eye. I really like that model, but you're not going for either of these, are you? Is that just because you think they don't fit the current range, or?
I mean, they fit the current range. Like Morgur, you could just use as a Gave Spawn Bray Shaman quite easily, and then the fouled eye one, the one-eyed one, you can just do a Beast Lord.
Yeah.
But I think the main reason why I'm not going for them is because I've got enough characters my Beastman now.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you've got that beautiful Beast Lord that Sam worked on as well, so which is just a stunning model anyway. So, and how many Beast Lords do you actually sort of field in any one time?
Well, if I was to have maximum Beast Lords, it'd probably only ever be 2. The main thing that I would actually start pulling out would be the I don't know if you can see this, is the Bray Shamans, mainly for their spells. Oh, this one's Sam's. I've converted one up. I have a little skull with a headdress. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, a little bit out of focus, but we're getting the general gist of the pose. That's pretty cute.
But yeah, just as many as them, because the spells for Beastmen are quite good these days. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. Oh, Sebonks says, woot, light. Joel Davidson says, whoa, where did you get the dice made, if you don't mind me asking? I think it was Chessex. Chessex is the US-based company, isn't it? So yes, they were custom dice made by the Chessex guys, I'm pretty certain. If I'm completely wrong on that, I will let you know, and I will pop a comment in this video later, but I'll double check. But I'm pretty certain it was the Chessex custom dice service. And Johnny Rockstar is joining us, saying good evening all. Okay, what else has been going up on the community? Well, we've got 500 stores coming up. You know, 2 amazing models available to celebrate that. I don't know whether you've seen those at all, Liam, but they're looking pretty cool. You've got a Primaris captain and an undead dude. Why can't
Is it the Nighthaunt Ghost?
It is the Nighthaunt, yeah. The Nighthaunt character, which is amazing. So that is in celebration of the 500 stores as well, which is pretty cool. October's confused a lot of people, let's face it, because, you know, we are a chunk of the way into October, and or October, should we say, and there's not been a lot of information coming out about it, which has confused a lot of people.
No sign of the codex yet.
Well, or at least no sign of the codex, no pre-release announced yet. Although, you know, there is information all over the website about it now. So this has gone, I think the post that's gone up today is, actually it was posted on the 2nd. So posted on the 2nd, which was talking about Speed Freaks, a high-speed combat game, and then some beautiful images of the cars. Excuse me. And there is mention of the codex. So I don't know if it's Patrick saying he was in bed. It's just made me feel sleepy. I just want to have a little nap now. I think it's because of all the rush of the drawing the winner is over. I can just slowly relax, take it easy for a bit. So there is some announcements, but I think people are a little bit disappointed that they, you know, we're a good way into October and they've not got their hands on the models yet. I think that's the general complaint. But, you know, all good things come to those who wait. Or at least that's the theory. I'm still waiting for plastic Aspect Warriors for Eldar. I've got a feeling I'm probably going to be waiting for some time more yet. Sabong says, and I hope I'm getting your name right, the Primaris look great, pass on the undead thing. Yeah, I guess depends what you're into. The Primaris definitely does look great though. The character that came in Wake the Dead, the Primaris character that came in Wake the Dead as well, is pretty awesome, to be honest. Kill Team Commanders announced on the 8th of the 10th as well. That's another one. Pretty exciting stuff. I'd like to say I know a lot more about that, but I can't. So, but watch this space. Watch this space. Certainly subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about Kill Team Commanders in the short future. But amazing. Going by what we've read on the community page, I think it's really going to shake Kill Team up, and that's something that didn't even need shaking up. It's just adds an extra layer of depth. As soon as they released the Rogue Trader box set, both myself and Jack looked at each other and went, oh, you need commanders for the other factions, you need them now. So we're pretty excited about that, and I think we're going to be filming a Kill Team game this week as well, is the plan. I think. I'm pretty certain. Have you played Kill Team yet?
Yeah, I've played Kill Team. One game of it. Seemed pretty simple, I want to say. I lost relatively soon in comparison. But yeah, it's a really quick-paced game. You can get like 3 of them in opposed to one Warhammer 40,000 game. That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
A lot more scenarios, a lot more fun, and you don't have to have as many models to play at. It's a lot easier to do.
I think that's the attraction, certainly, the fact that you can get a quick game together, you can you know, mix the units up, although there's limitations on the units. The fact they're adding commanders now, I think takes care of a lot of that. You know, you've just got those little bit more to the commanders in terms of abilities, and I think that helps with the structure of the game as well. So I'm certainly not mourning them bringing in commanders. I kind of liked the idea of these are just a group of dudes on a mission, but at the end of the day, I think on certain important missions, you would expect to see a commander come along as well, wouldn't you? Well, we've got Unleash the Warhounds. This was announced, wasn't it, on the 6th? So this is Warhound Titans for Adeptus Titanicus. Yep, sign me up. I think I've already, if I've not already ordered them, I will be ordering them. Need to speak to the head of ordering to find out whether they've been ordered or not. But awesome stuff. Very excited about those models. I think they look fantastic. Actually, I did a look at the Warlord. No, the Reaver Titan, Liam.
Yeah.
I was having a look at that. That's a great model. It passed underneath my radar during the release, and this is the first time I've opened the box and had a look inside. And it's a really nice model. I was really surprised by it. So it will be great to see Titanicus game with a whole bunch of Reavers marching around as well.
Definitely.
So I just think I quite like the look of the Reaver Titan, probably more so than the Warlord in many respects. I mean, the Warlord's got the whole mass and the bulk and the great big weapons and stuff, but there's something really nice about that Reaver Battle Titan. It looks like a proper engine of war, doesn't it?
It'll be interesting if they bring out different Titan variants at a later stage.
It'd be great to see, wouldn't it? Because obviously Forge World have only really covered... they did have two of the Warhound Titans out at one point, wasn't there? There was the Mars
There's
pattern.
Chaos, and then there's normal one. Then there was the Mars pattern, and there was another pattern.
It's the one with the square shoulders, isn't it? It was like
that one's the Mars, I think.
Square box and stuff, but yeah, that's not available anymore. I'm pretty certain that's not available in the resin format anymore, which is it's kind of a shame, but you get it.
Or even if they brought what is it, gargantuan stompers, like the orc massive ones, gargants.
Yeah,
the original what was it called? Epic scale miniatures. There was like the gargants with the warlords, and then you even had an Imperator model that's the same size as the current warlord model for Epic now.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yeah, I remember that now. You also, of course, had they released, some of the other factions like Eldar and stuff as well, didn't they? That really cool Night Titan that was kind of like a centaur.
Yeah,
was pretty cool.
I've got that somewhere in the attic.
Seriously, wow. I mean, it's always been something I wanted to convert, is to take the the Wraith Knight and kind of do one of those, but I've never kind of got around to it. It's also been done quite a bit as well, so
definitely one of those ones. Yeah, Epic has definitely got a lot more stuff that can be added to it. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as it were.
Yeah. I wonder whether they will. That's the first question, isn't it, for Adapters Titanicus? Obviously, their focus is around the heresy. That's what they want to do. They've got a long way to go in terms of releases, haven't they? Because now they've covered the main Titans. That's cool. But now we're going to see all the different weapon variants. And then the question is whether they go down to tank scale. I remember seeing the design talk, and they said one of the reasons they moved up to 8mm is that was the smallest they could make a Space Marine, and it still be decent, discernible detail. So the fact that they chose that scale based on how big or small they could make a Space Marine kind of infers at some point we might see some of the units, we might see some foot units. I'm pretty much expecting, and I'm hoping that we see things like Land Raiders and Rhinos and some of the other tank variants as well, or at the very least we might see some of the heresy tank variants. So you'd start to see some of the bigger stuff as well, like the Proteus Land Raider and stuff like that. It'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, we'll see. They've got a long way to run before they run out of heresy stuff, let's face it, before they have to bring in Xenos factions, I'd say. Right, what else have we got? It depends on sales. Good point. I mean, I think that's probably relevant to a conversation we've just been had. All depends on how well it sells and how much interest continues with it as well. One thing I really like about Adapters Titanicus is the buildings, the city terrain. I love it if they would just scale that up to 40k scale. And I know we've got that wonderful new Gothic terrain that's come out for 40k. That was part of the Kill Team range. And it's definitely a move to phase out the old terrain, but I really like the hab blocks. I'd like to be able to scale those hab blocks up and do some quite cool stuff with that. Yeah, you never know. Might have to give that a go. Right. What else did we have going off on the community? Is there anything picking your interest up out of the current releases?
Not really. It's been one of it's a weird one because we had most of the good releases towards the start of the year. And I think it's starting to build up for another great release. Like October's nice. I love all the vehicles, but it's a load of small stuff. We haven't had something big yet.
Yeah, you've got a point. It feels like we're missing a Primarch. Feels like we're overdue another Primarch, really. If you want to freshen things up in 40k, really. I think it's great that we've got the Orc faction coming in, and we're going to see those on the table. And I'm really, really hoping that the Speed Freak vehicles are part of the Codex. I'm pretty certain they've kind of said it definitely is, isn't it? So we're going to see some quite new dynamic orc armies as well, really fast and then into combat. I think that'll be great. You know, and I was looking at some of the Gretchen, you know, the Gretchen models with the weird
big
little...
mech guns.
Yeah, the guns are incredible, beautiful kits. And I think they kind of came and went. I'm sure if you were an orc player, you were all over those. But you know, for the rest of us who kind of sat outside of that faction, they kind of came and went without me noticing them. I was having a good look at them the other day. Just amazing, absolutely
stunning
awesome.
models.
Thordelin wants to know what's happened in your room. You just I caught you off guard and invited you to a live chat, and you haven't had a proper tidy up yet, basically.
No.
I think we're probably talking about the open drawer, which looks like you just tried to shove something in the top of it.
No, I just had to throw a top on the floor.
It's a creative space, is what it is. You know what? As well, there's nothing wrong with a creative space. On the one of the community sites, someone had posted up, "Show me your hobby space." Some of the hobby spaces are just like piles of stuff with like a tiny little like 4 square inches of clear space where you can put your hands down to paint a model. Yeah, whatever floats your boat on that stuff. Right, on the community then, besides October, there's been the Swift Twins, which is the Elven Union cheerleaders. That was another announcement that was fairly recently. We've got this thing going off in November at Warhammer World, Liam. I don't know whether you're up for this. I'm just going to bring it up on screen. We've got this Vigilus Weekender, which is kind of appears to be the thing of ever wondered about what goes into writing a codex. If you want to learn how your favourite miniatures are designed, fancy a peek at the future of 40k. And November the 24th and the 25th, you'll have a chance to do all 3. So this is this Vigilus weekend. You're going to be people from the design studio sneak peeking on what's coming out. And it's a full weekender as well. It's Saturday and Sunday. I was thinking I might try and see if I can get over that.
I think I've got a week off towards the end of November, to be honest, because there's a renovation at work. So I should be able to try and get the weekend off, if that's it.
Yeah, there's this. You're saying on the Sunday there's actually a tournament as well, 1,000-point match play event, 3 battles over the course of the day.
That's interesting.
I mean, bear in mind this is 40k as well, so I'm quite into my Eldar again at the moment. So that seems quite interesting at the moment. Although it does say you need to book for early to avoid disappointment. So we might have to check out that. Wonderful People with the Age of Sigmar Champions. That event is taking place on November the 3rd and 4th. Which would be cool. The champion stuff, I know that Sam and Rachel were well into that. Great looking game. Never seen them myself, but it's cards not really my thing, I don't think.
I've got quite a few of those cards.
Have you?
Yeah, I went to the store and I was like, well, what are these cards down here? It's like, that's our new card game. Would you like to? Already bought 10 of them, mate.
Yeah, just you're completely drawn into it. Well, yeah, we'll have to check it out. It might be worth actually a drive up just to see what's going off that weekend. That would be pretty cool. And then there was October the 4th, Reveal the Mystery. One more Orc Buggy remains to be revealed. This is have they actually announced what that one was yet? I don't think so.
Is it the turbojet one where it actually had the engine of a plane as the main body of it?
No, I don't think they've actually shown this one yet. So that's pretty much everything that's been going off on the community anyway. It's all about, like I say, it's all this big hold of breath really, waiting for October to get started for all the Orc players. And other than that, a bunch of interesting stuff coming out in between. And like I say, I'm pretty excited about Kill Team Commanders, I have to say. That's going to definitely, Kill Team is definitely going to keep me occupied over Christmas. That's going to be my Christmas retreat. Got a few days off over Christmas, so I want to get in like 2 Kill Team games a day, something like that. Seems a bit extreme, but I'd really like to, properly have a good session on that and try loads of different lists out and loads of different commanders and stuff like that. Just be good fun. And I know that it's kind of a chance to pull out some of the factions you haven't touched for a while because they might not be as competitive on the table in terms of 40k. Like, actually, Tyranids aren't bad, but I've not given them a lot of play in 8th edition. Most of my stuff has gone more towards the Eldar range, and that has more been about you know, trying to kind of find a decent craft world list. Yeah, they're competitive. I'm not saying they're not, by the way, but you know, it's just trying to kind of go, you know, away from the Inari stuff and get that craft world list going, particularly for Bealtan as well. So that's where I've spent a lot of my efforts, and which means my Tyranids haven't really done anything, or very little over 8th edition. So I've been scribbling away a Tyranid kill team as well, and what's great, of course, is with kill team commanders, then we're going to see things like Prime and stuff like that, which will be just great.
Broodlords.
Broodlord, oh man, can you imagine a Broodlord and Gene Stealers, what that would be like?
I was contemplating a very Alien Resurrection sort of kill team with Tyranids, or even the Vanguard Force. So there was something in the fluff ages ago, Tyranid-wise, where it would be Gene Stealers, Broodlords, and Lictors will be the first to touch down on a planet. They'll start scouting out areas for the main invasion. They'll take everybody that like needs to be taken out, like commanders. Then the main fleet will attack. But to have like a little Rambo-style kill team of Gene Stealers and stuff with special adaptations, it's a lot of converting ideas there.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is, and the other thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just you keep chatting for a second, because what I'm trying to do is bring up the photo album of the on Facebook that I did of. Do you remember the Zone Mortalis, the Mine Mortalis?
Oh, the Mine Mortalis, yes. I remember that.
We need to play some kill team games on that. If you're going to do that, then I want you know, an Eldar team flushing out your nasty aliens from the mines. It'd just be really cool. I'm trying to. This is. So, you know what? That's the problem, isn't it? As soon as you go, I know I've got some stuff I could show, and then
gotta find it.
You've got to then find it, haven't you? Which is just always. You know, the reason I can never find it is because the first image is nothing to do with the actual models. It was actually a planning session. So hold on a second, let's bring this up. Will this work? Okay, so this was the Mine Mortalis, and it was based on, obviously, clearly the Zone Mortalis table, and constructed out a whole bunch of foam and 3D printed doors and stuff like that. And there's some of my Gene Stealer you know, messy workshop. I'm trying to get through to the finished piece. This was all the stuff that was going off while we were constructing it. That's actually not a bad shot. We've got like a shot of a 4x4 table there, so you can see how it was coming together. And then I was working on all sorts of variants and stuff like that. I'm sure at some point, here you go, making the walls. This is not what I wanted to show. Little throne, of course, for the Broodlord. Got to get that in, haven't you, just for the old school. And I'm just going to try and fast forward through some of this so we can actually see. There was a little parking bay and stuff. You know what? We really need to get this out, because we played about 3 games in this and then it went away, which is criminal, really, isn't it? So we definitely need to get this back on the table. A bit of research going off there. I tell you what, I've no idea where these photos are going, so maybe I should stop clicking, because this was definitely it was just like a personal photo library of stuff I was keeping as I was working on. We'll finish on that shot, which was close to completion. It had to be weathered and all the lights had to be put in and stuff like that, which I then went away and did. So yeah, who knows, lots of stuff. You get the idea anyway. But can you imagine kill team in that Mine Mortalis, Liam? But that's
It'll be very reminiscent of the classic Space Hulk, of going around down corridors and shooting stuff.
Yeah, and of course the rules you got for Rogue Trader had rules for opening and closing doors. You know, had rules for movement around solid objects like walls, so you can't fly over them, you have to fly through them all, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So if you've got like a fly unit and stuff, it's still got to fly around the corridors, still got to work its way round, which would make sense if you were down in a mine, you know. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting that out and playing some games in it, because I think put a lot of work into that, and then very quickly it got tidied away as we moved on to other projects, and it'd be good to give it some play, basically, and to get it back onto the battle reports and stuff. One of the reasons we didn't use it too much in the battle reports is on the kind of larger forces, it was difficult to kind of show where the models were because of the walls obscured and everything. But we've done a lot more with the studio since. So I think, for instance, like the map cam is much better and a much higher resolution now, so you can really see the movement from above. And then we've got the zoom cam as well, which will get into those corridors and stuff, and it's mounted quite high, so it kind of looks down into the corridor. So I think it'd be really cool to play something like that in the studio as well. Oh man, now I want to go and fetch that and start painting. In fact, actually, Liam, we need to have a painting session to get the doors done as well.
Yeah, definitely.
They're only primed. Right, Martin Dick says, hey, late to the party. Yes, you are late to the party, but don't worry about it. This is just a fairly relaxed, Monday musing, really, as we've done the live draw, and given the prizes away, given a bunch of dice away, and now just waffling on, basically, about hobby nonsense. I tell you what, while people are in the chat, what's going off? Who's working on what? Tell me what, and maybe we'll have a look over at the Facebook group, seeing as though I've got Facebook up and running as well. In fact, actually, that's not a bad idea. What's going off in the Warhammer community, Wargamer Online community? You know what? Let's bring up some of this. Liam, if you can get your browser up, you might want to check this out as well. So we've got Joe, who's been working on a L'Oreal, which is just a ridiculous model, by the way. It's amazing. I love that model. Is that the older L'Oreal? Bit confused about that. Either way, pretty damn cool. Jason Marden's second-hand reinforcements for his fledgling Red Scorpions, Severin. Loth and his Honor Guard. Man, that is a cool model. Is that a Forge World model?
Yeah, this has been out for a few years now. This is when before Heresy first came out. This was where the main Mark IV bulk, where people converted all the Heresy stuff, came from, was all the Red Scorpion stuff.
Oh,
So
man,
still to this day,
beautiful.
just look really cool with the detail.
The Red Scorpion models are amazing.
Mm.
How could I not know about that? Bit of a slip cast there, but other than that, they look amazing.
Mm.
That is well cool. We've also got, that's the thing I was talking about, the reviews. So, in particular, really big favourite out of that entire selection there, the Acid Scrub's really cool. But I really like the Permafrost one as well, so check that out if you haven't already. We've got Cliff talking about his latest project for the painting competition at his local GW. Pictures speak for themselves. Halloween painting competition. Must use everything in this container. You can add extra paints to the model. Okay, it's a bunch of paints and a Primaris Lieutenant. That's it. We've not with no progress shots yet. Oh wait, there are some progress shots. I tell a lie. That's looking cool. Kind of Space Wolvy colour with that. If not, definitely Space Wolves, not your normal Blood Angel. That's really nice. And a pumpkin head, which is even better. That's really cool, man. The pumpkin head and carrying some poor mortal's head along as well. Very festive. I do love the idea of those little festive competitions and stuff. We just get you to do something a little funky. One day I will paint my Santa Claus, which is my chaos confused Santa Claus. Very cool model from probably before you were born, mate. Before you were born.
Or I was born.
Yeah. When you were just a twinkle. Mathos has been working on his tanks. Looking good, sir. Looking good. That's my paint funnels are floating around now. So I made these paint funnels, for tipping your Citadel paints out into the dropper bottles. I made those and stuck them on Wargamer Online on the download section, actually. So somewhere in the download section, you can actually pull down the STL file and print out the little paint droppers, and I've actually done about 4 or 5 different sizes, ranging different neck sizes. I've noticed they've started to make the rounds now. I've actually seen them on a couple of Instagram photos and stuff like that, which is brilliant. That's what I did it for, is so people could kind of download, print them, and then change their paints over. Of course, the beauty of this is, well, actually, you're on here is saying, my goodness, how many did you actually get? There's a whole bunch of funnels going off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 12. Oh goodness, 20 funnels, something like that. Looks like you've got going. Yeah, there's the 20th one. So says, can't stress enough how helpful this little thing is. Instead of sitting for hours and making a mess, I now spend 15 minutes setting all of this up, walk away, do my thing, and come back after the paint's transferred. Total cost on 3D hubs was €6.28, and a little thank you for me, which was awesome. So it's brilliant. It's brilliant that those things are just off in the ether now, transferring paints for people. It's nice to know that you've given something back to the community. Nice little conversation about plastic paint and how to use it. Just touch it to the joint, mate. Everything will be fine. There's more stuff going off with Primaris conversions. Rob Hook talking about Got a few sets of them from Conquest. I've not touched... I've got Conquest, by the way, but I haven't touched it. It's just sat on the shelf at the moment. So that was probably... I'm going to bring you back up, Liam, because I'm just faffing about looking at the Facebook group at the moment. Boy says, glad you like Pumpkin Man. Well, it's awesome work, sir. It's awesome work. That's why. But yes, what am I going to do with Conquest? I'll tell you what I'm going to do with Conquest. Liam, I'm starting my first and proper Space Marine faction. That's it. Big announcement. It's not that big an announcement, really, is it? And I'm going to go with a faction that you don't see very often. It's not... I think it's underrepresented on the gaming table. We're going to go with Ultramarines.
No. Of all the ones.
You know why? You know why I'm going to go with Ultramarines?
What?
The colour blue. I haven't painted...
Can't see it.
I can see blue, which is a big help. I've realised I've never painted anything blue.
Never.
So, never. Well, you know, okay, maybe a garage door. No, I haven't even done the garage door. It was more of a teal. So, yeah, no, I've got all the blue paints you could ever want from life. And they never... they might come off my paint rack for the case of an eye lens or something like that. That's all they ever do. So I decided Ultramarines would be the way to go. And plus, I think it was... I'm pretty certain it was Patrick who gifted me a wonderful Primarch model. Guilliman. Yeah, so I've got Guilliman, and I just think if I've got him, and I've got all of these Primaris, and if I'm going to build them up with Conquest over the weeks as well, and I've got the Primaris, of course, that came in the Wake the Dead, then it just seems to make sense. So I'm pretty excited about that. Did Liam's maid go on vacation? Liam, mate, you know, next time I think you're going to have a little bit of a sort out. You're getting some flack. I think it's just that set of drawers. It's clearly that set of drawers, Liam.
Yeah. I'll burn it all later.
Just burn it, mate. Just burn it. Painting my orcs for October. Can't decide what paint for Halloween. Any ideas? That was one of the questions that came up on the group. And Ralph is sending me an image. Ralph, what do you... Oh, he's as soon as he sees me chatting online, he starts sending photos to me. So what is this? I'll tell you what, Ralph, we'll put this to community then. If I can get this image up onto it. He's been airbrushing a white cloak and he's done some hair. So hold on a second, let's get this up. Got to be careful. Ralph's on the internet again, which means, you know, of course we're getting progress shots again, which is brilliant. Ralph has been away from the internet for a long time, and now his internet's picked up one of your models for some reason, Liam. Clicking in a counterintuitive direction. That looks amazing. I've no idea what model that is, Ralph, though. What has a cloak and spiky hair like that? That is clearly... Is that one of the wizards from Sigmar? It must be, mustn't it? One of the sort of Sigmarite wizards, or... There's something... My goodness, that hammer is amazing. What a very, very cool model. Jealous, jealous. Right, okay then. What time are we at? I think we're almost there. We're 2 minutes off. I'm pretty tired. I've still got work to do tonight. So let's do a quick reminder to everybody who's still here. One, thank you very much to everybody who joined us tonight. It's cool to see you come along. Giveaway is done. We had one winner for the Airbrush workshop, which was awesome. And I'm just seeing if I can find who won the workshop, but of course I can't find the actual link now, so you know, here we go. Michael Miller, you've won the Airbrush workshop. Michael Hale won 10 dice, and then I think somebody else won 10 more dice later because I was feeling bad. Big Rich won 10 more dice as well. So all you lot, get in touch with me. The way this is going to work, if rather Michael Miller doesn't get in touch with me over the workshop or can't make it, then I'll draw it again in next week's Monday Musing until we get to somebody that can attend. And on Wednesday or Friday, and it's probably Friday, I'll be drawing the premium member attendee. So that's 2 places on the workshop going to premium memberships. And I showed you at the start of the show how to get a premium membership if you haven't already. If you have got a premium membership, then all you need to do is pop along and click on the button to enter you into the competition. I'm just going to show that actually because I didn't show that. So if you just give me a quick second to log in, because believe it or not, I've got my own premium membership. I think you know, support starts at home. I'm going to bring up the browser. So just as a quick reminder, latest premium video that went up I think was Fire Slayers versus Stormcast. But Liam, you can testify, we have currently 3 battle reports simultaneously in edit, which is the best position we've ever been in. So that's pretty exciting. And of those 3 battle reports in edit, we've still got 3 more queued up to edit. And we're filming another one tomorrow night and another one on Friday and possibly another one on Sunday. So the battle reports, although it's taken us a while to get up to speed since we renovated the studio, reworked the studio, we're now up and running at a pace. And although the videos haven't hit the channel yet and haven't hit the website, they will be doing very shortly, which is very, very exciting for me and hopefully exciting for you wonderful people as well. Right, make sure you're logged into your premium membership, go along to the giveaways, and if you scroll down, as I promised, there's the form, and literally it fills it out for you. How fantastic is that? And don't forget, if you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me through the forum or whatever, or any of this. Hit send, and there you go, you are entered into the competition. And I've just entered myself, but don't worry, I will remove myself from it because I'm filming on the day. I can't even do this stuff. That's it, Liam. Let's call it a night, mate.
The end.
The end. I'm just going to thank everyone for coming along. Congratulations to the winners. I was glad to do some little consolation prizes for people. Keep an eye out on the channel if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, put the little bell symbol as well, because I will be announcing more giveaways shortly. Okay, see you all soon, and good night.
Bye.